Итак, текст на аудирование и перевод 12 уроку. В этом уроке снова даны порядковые числительные, то есть 1, 2, 3, 24 и так далее. Итак, вы должны: первое, прослушать предложение; второе, остановить воспроизведение; третье, записать это предложение по-английски себе в тетрадь и перевести его письменно на русский язык. Вы не должны пользоваться никакими материалами, вы должны писать только ручкой, только себе в тетрадь, и вы должны отключить субтитры. Поехали!
The first. Where do you live? The second. Do you live in a village? The third.
Yes, we live in a village.
The fourth. Where's your village? The fifth. Is it far from London? The sixth.
No, our village is near London.
The seventh. Is your village very big? The eighth.
No, our village is small.
The ninth.
We live in a little village.
The 10th. Are there lots inhabitants in your village? The 11th.
No, few inhabitants are in our village.
The 12th. Is there school in your village? The 13th.
Yes, we've got very little school in our village.
The 14th. How do you study at the school? The 15th.
I study very well.
The 16th. Have you got a good many of lessons at the school? The 17th.
Yes, we've got very many lessons at the school.
The 18th. You do something after lessons, don't you? The 19th. What do you do after lessons in your village? The 20th. There are any clubs in your school, aren't there? The 21st. Have you got any clubs in your school? The 22nd.
Yes, we've got a great many of clubs in our school.
The 23rd. What sport clubs are there in your village? The 24th.
The boys of our school like to go to the football club.
The 25th.
They like it most.
The 26th. Are there any music clubs at your school? The 27th.
Yes, we've got a great many of music clubs.
The 28th.
Basically girls go to them.
The 29th. Are there any dance clubs at your school? The 30th.
Yes, we've got some dance clubs at our school.
The 31st. Who attends these dance clubs? The 32nd. Are these clubs popular with the boys of your school? The 33rd.
No, a few boys go to dance clubs.
The 34th.
They aren't popular with the boys.
The 35th. Which of these clubs do you attend? The 36th. Do you attend any of them? The 37th.
I go to no clubs.
The 38th.
Because I've got a large number of lessons.
The 39th.
But I like to play chess with my brother.
The 40th.
There's a chess club at our school.
The 41st. How far is your school from your house? The 42nd. Is it very far from it? The 43rd.
No, our school is near our house.
The 44th. Do you go to the school on foot? The 45th.
No, in most cases I ride my bicycle to it.
The 46th. Is there a bicycle parking next to the school? The 47th.
Yes, we've got a big bicycle parking next to our school.
The 48th. How else do the school children get to the school? The 49th.
Once in a while some children get by bus to the school.
The 50th. Is there a bus stop close to the school? The 51st.
Yes, we've got a bus stop near the school.
The 52nd. Have you got any school buses at your school? The 53rd.
No, we don't have any school buses.
The 54th.
Because all school children live near the school.
The 55th. Is it dangerous to go to the school? The 56th.
No, it's safe.
The 57th.
Because we don't go on the road.
The 58th.
We always go on a pavement to the school.
The 59th.
We've got good roads in our village.
The 60th. How do you cross the road? The 61st. Do you cross the road opposite the school? The 62nd. Are there pedestrian crossings close to the school? The 63rd. Is it safe to cross the road? The 64th.
Yes, it's safe to cross the road.
The 65th.
Because we've got 2 pedestrian crossings near our school.
The 66th. Are your pedestrian crossings with traffic lights? The 67th.
Yes, 1 pedestrian crossing is with traffic lights.
The 68th.
But the other pedestrian crossing is without traffic lights.
The 69th. Are there a good many of traffic lights in your village? The 70th.
No, we've got a few traffic lights in our village.
The 71st. Is there heavy traffic in your village? The 72nd.
Yes, a big motorway passes through our village.
The 73rd.
A good many of cars pass by our village every day.
The 74th. Have you got plenty of accidents on the road? The 75th.
No, we have got no accidents on the road.
The 76th. Why haven't you got any accidents? The 77th.
Because we've got a lot of speed humps.
The 78th.
Of course, we've got lots of cameras on the road.
The 79th.
So no drivers can increase speed.
The 80th.
So everybody must reduce speed.
The 81st. Have you got a police station in your village?
The 82nd.
Yes, our station is in the center of the village.
The 83rd.
How many people work in this police station?
The 84th.
Have you got a good many police officers in your village?
The 85th.
No, we've got a few police officers in our village.
The 86th.
Have you got a road police station in your village?
The 87th.
Who works in this station?
The 88th.
Yes, a few traffic police officers work in this station.
The 89th.
What do they do in this station? The 90th.
Usually traffic police officers ride motorcycles on the road.
The 91st.
You've got a hospital in your village, haven't you?
The 92nd.
Your hospital is small, isn't it?
The 93rd.
Yes, our hospital is very small.
The 94th.
Only some doctors work in our hospital.
The 95th.
They can't cure serious diseases.
The 96th.
Who cures serious diseases?
The 97th.
What do you do with seriously ill patients?
The 98th.
Where do they send them?
The 99th.
Normally our doctors send seriously ill patients to London.
The 100th. Have you got a large number of ambulances in your hospital?
The 101st.
No, we've got only some ambulances in our hospital.
The 102nd.
You've also got clinic in your village, haven't you?
The 103rd.
Yes, we've got small clinic in our village.
The 104th.
It's next to our hospital.
The 105th.
Do many doctors work in this hospital?
The 106th.
No, only some doctors work in our clinic.
The 107th.
Do they consult only locals?
The 108th.
Can the other people seek medical help?
The 109th.
No, everybody can seek medical help in our clinic.
The 110th.
Anyway, they must help you.
The 111th.
Is there veterinary clinic in your village?
The 112th.
Is it small too?
The 113th.
Yes, we've got small veterinary clinic.
The 114th.
Our veterinary surgeons can provide medical treatment to your pet.
The 115th.
What else have you got in your village?
The 116th.
Have you got any shops there?
The 117th.
What shops are there in your village?
The 118th.
Where are they?
The 119th.
We've got big Tesco supermarket first of all.
The 120th.
It's in the center of the village.
The 121st.
You buy something at this supermarket, don't you?
The 122nd.
Normally we buy food and clothes there.
The 123rd.
What else do you buy at this supermarket?
The 124th.
Once in a while my father buys their garden tools.
The 125th.
What else shops are there in your village?
The 126th.
We've got a butcher shop near the supermarket.
The 127th.
What do you buy there?
The 128th.
Everybody likes to buy fresh meat there.
The 129th.
There's always a good deal of fresh meat there.
The 130th.
Where do you buy dairy products?
The 131st.
Do you buy dairy products at this supermarket too?
The 132nd.
No, we've got dairy shop next to the butcher shop.
The 133rd.
There are always a great many of delicious milk, cheese, butter and other dairy products here.
The 134th.
We like to buy dairy products here.
The 135th.
Where do you buy fresh bread?
The 136th.
We've got a bakery next to the dairy shop.
The 137th.
There's always much fresh bread there.
The 138th.
A large number of people like to buy fresh bread at this bakery.
The 139th.
What else shops are there in your village?
The 140th.
We've also got some souvenir shops.
The 141st.
Who sells souvenirs there?
The 142nd.
Some locals make souvenirs and sell them in their shops.
The 143rd.
Can we buy medicines in your village?
The 144th.
Of course, we've got a pharmacy in our village.
The 145th.
You can buy all medicines there.
The 146th.
Are there any hotels in your village?
The 147th.
Yes, we've got some hotels near the motorway.
The 148th.
You do something in your village in the evenings, don't you?
The 149th.
Yes, we like to walk in the street.
The 150th.
What else do you do in your village?
The 151st.
Are there any cafes in your village?
The 152nd.
What cafes are in your village?
The 153rd.
Of course, we've got some cafes in our village.
The 154th.
Are there any cafes for drivers?
The 155th.
Yes, we've got some cafes for drivers.
The 156th.
They can dine there.
The 157th.
Are there any cafes for adults?
The 158th.
Yes, they can gather there in evenings.
The 159th.
Are there any cafes for young people?
The 160th.
Yes, we've got only one cafe for young people.
The 161st.
What do you generally do there?
The 162nd.
Normally we listen to music and discuss news there.
The 163rd.
Once in a while they arrange a disco for us.
The 164th.
It's very popular with the young people of our village.
The 165th.
Is good nature near your village?
The 166th.
166, yes, we've got good nature near it.
The 167th.
Have you got a forest near your village?
The 168th.
Yes, the big forest is near our village.
The 169th.
We're often in the forest with the whole family.
The 170th.
Have you got a great deal of snow in your forest in winter?
The 171st.
Yes, we've got heavy snowfalls in winter.
The 172nd.
Who in your family likes to ski in winter?
The 173rd.
Does anybody like to ski in winter?
The 174th.
My brother is a good skier.
The 175th.
He likes to ski in the forest in winter.
The 176th.
He's a good skier.
The 177th.
He skis very well.
The 178th.
Plenty of people like to ski in our forest in winter.
The 179th.
There are no free rooms in our hotels.
The 180th.
Why do people come to you?
The 181st.
Do they like only to ski in winter?
The 182nd.
No, different people have different reasons.
The 183rd.
Somebody comes to ski.
The 184th.
Somebody comes to walk in the forest.
The 185th.
What else do you do in the forest?
The 186th.
There are some mountains near your village, aren't there?
The 187th.
No, we've got no mountains in the vicinity of our village.
The 188th.
But we've got beautiful landscapes near our village.
The 189th.
What animals are there in your forest?
The 190th.
Have you got any animals in your forest?
The 191st.
Yes, we've got so many animals in our forest.
The 192nd.
First of all, many squirrels live close to our village.
The 193rd.
Aren't they afraid of people?
The 194th.
No, the squirrels aren't afraid of people at all.
The 195th.
Some people come to feed squirrels at weekends.
The 196th.
Have you got any else animals in your forest?
The 197th.
Yes, plenty of hares live in our forest.
The 198th.
Can we see them?
The 199th.
Of course, you can see them in autumn and in spring.
The 200th. Who else live in your forest? The 201st.
There are also lots of foxes in our forest.
The 202nd.
But in most cases you can't see them.
The 203rd.
Because they usually hide from people.
The 204th. Are there any wolves in your forest? The 205th.
No, we've got no wolves at all.
The 206th. Have you got a great many of deer in your forest? The 207th.
Yes, a good many of deer are in our forest.
The 208th. Can anybody hunt in your forest? The 209th.
No, nobody can hunt in our forest at all.
The 210th.
On the contrary, inhabitants of our village feed animals.
The 211th. Do you also feed anybody? The 212th.
Yes, in winter I feed birds.
The 213th. How often do you feed them? The 214th.
I feed them nearly every day.
The 215th. Are they afraid of you? The 216th.
No, the birds aren't afraid of me at all.
The 217th. Who else in your family feeds animals? The 218th.
My father likes to feed deer in winter.
The 219th. Do any scientists come to you? The 220th.
Yes, some scientists come to watch animals to us.
The 221st. Are there any berries in your forest? The 222nd.
Yes, we've got a good many of berries in our forest.
The 223rd.
Because almost nobody come to pick them.
The 224th.
Almost everyone likes to buy berries at supermarkets.
The 225th. What berries are there in the forest? The 226th. Do blackberries grow in your forest? The 227th.
Yes, lots of blackberries grow in our forest.
The 228th.
The inhabitants of our village often pick them in summer and in autumn.
The 229th. What else berries grow in your forest? The 230th.
Some people come to pick blueberries.
The 231st.
There are also a few cranberries in our forest.
The 232nd.
The locals pick them in autumn.
The 233rd.
There are also a few wild strawberries in the forest.
The 234th.
But almost none picks them.
The 235th. Are there a lot of mushrooms in your forest? The 236th.
Because the locals prefer to grow strawberries in their gardens.
The 237th.
Yes, we've got too many mushrooms in our forest.
The 238th.
Because nobody wants to pick them.
The 239th.
Everybody buys them at supermarkets.
The 240th. Is there a river near your village? The 241st.
Yes, we've got a little river close to our village.
The 242nd.
Is there fish in it?
The 243rd.
Yes, we've got a lot of fish in it.
The 244th. Does anybody go fishing? The 245th.
Yes, a lot of people like to fish in our river.
The 246th. Do you often swim in your river in summer? The 247th.
No, we rarely swim in summer.
The 248th.
Because we've got a few sunny days in England.